Hey everybody, in this video I wanted to talk about the idea of being a performative ally. So a lot of people on social media are going around sort of playing gotcha by critiquing different people's ways of showing up as being an ally. Because to them, one of the worst things that you can do for the movement is to show up as an inauthentic ally, to show up as a performance in front of an audience so that you can get the acclaim of said audience. And I totally resonate with why that might make someone feel a kind of way, but I want to caution people against it because pointing out performative allies is itself a type of performance. Because here's the real truth of it, is that you can't help but being a performative ally. All the world's a stage, and we are merely players. So however I decide to show up on a day-to-day basis is going to be a performance of a type. One of my personal agreements is be the best imitation of myself. Being a human person is a constant act of self-creation, and that self-creation is partially performative. But the issue, it seems, that these people are really trying to bring up is the motivations around showing up as an ally and the impact, and that I can totally get behind. But when you spend your energy trying to critique someone else's allyship, it really gives you the opportunity to feel good about your own when you might not actually be doing anything that's in alignment with what you want to do as an ally. Now, what I mean by this is I have not seen someone who is completely and utterly engaged in their practice really have a lot of time to focus on others. They are too busy doing their thing to really care what other people are getting into. As a role player, like when I'm really locked into a character, I don't really have the headspace to really bring the players into mind. I'm really just seeing how can I show up in the most interesting, effective way as this character for this situation so that I can get that sense of meaning and play that comes from role-playing games. And I feel like being an ally is the exact type thing. Again, it's just something that you are. It's an identity that you wear so deeply within yourself that the results naturally emerge from your beliefs. So if you're running around trying to look for people who are doing it wrong, it's usually because you've got a deep-seated anxiety that you yourself are doing it wrong. And if you can point out to the person that's doing it wrong, then somehow you aren't them. So I gotta tell you, that's just not true. So here is what you can do to make sure that you are showing up authentically as an ally and not doing sort of a, I guess we'll call it negative performance. Really, it's just making the true choice to show up authentically as yourself in a way that can add the most value for someone else. And that you'll know that you've achieved that value by checking in with yourself, asking yourself, does this action feel meaningful? Is it going to have impact for people? Is it something that I can show up to consistently? And if I can't show up to it consistently, do I have the mental, emotional resources to pull this off? And most importantly, am I doing this to please someone else? Because here's the thing, there's a lot of allyship that is necessary that's not going to please the people that you're trying to be an ally to. There's certain types of allyship that might actually not sit well with the people that you want to be an ally to. There's some times when I have to tell my friends things that they don't want to hear, but it's still showing up as an emergent process of me being a good friend to them, me being an ally to them. And I know that I'm doing the right thing because I'm sitting in my alignment. So look out for the self-sabotaging beliefs that make people and incentivize them to be performative allies, needing to look good so that they can deal with sort of an inner sense of perfectionism, needing to look good so that they can feel worthy to hold the title of ally. They need to do it for a sense of significance. If I can show up in this specific way and play this role in a specific way, I can be worthy of this mantle that I've taken. And so just check on that. If you're showing up, especially if you're showing up in public on social media, just ask yourself, am I trying to disprove one of these beliefs? Because let me tell you, none of those are true. You are worthy. You do have significance. You have something to offer. Your job is just to find out what that is and show up to it daily, because when you do that, what you'll find is that the way that you show up as an ally draws like-minded people to you. People want to show up and help you help other people. And when you're showing up with that anxiety of trying to belong or any of those self-sabotaging beliefs, it's really easy for people to be put off by that, because they'll feel that something's not quite in alignment. And again, before you waste your energy trying to look out for things that aren't in alignment, really practice finding a practice that makes you feel in alignment. And if you do need to reach out to someone like that, offer them the ability to move into their own alignment. Try and figure out what that is for them, as opposed to finding a way to immediately critique them. We cover this and a whole lot of things in Mastering the Game of Allyship. So if you're interested in being a part of that journey and really cultivating an authentic, emergent allyship practice, go ahead and hit the link below, and we'll be happy to help you out with that.